All right. I'm going to do my best attempt to just assume this is live the whole time. So, for those of you who tuned in, not yesterday, but the day before and the day before that, I apologize for the last time, and even the time before that. I was desperately trying to allow for people to call in and transfer from one person to the next, but I was trying to run before I could walk. So today, to address that, I'm going to try to keep it simple. I'm going to try to focus on the one camera, go to the one site, Facebook. I think Instagram might be working, I'm not sure, but trying to keep it simple. Now, I kind of thought I'd break this up a little bit. I've got music playing in the background. I've got some videos that I've had sent in from friends, and I kind of thought I would look at the positives that I've found over the last couple of days and share those. I'd try to get someone to call in. And when I say call in, not like the last time. The last couple of times I tried to do getting people to call in, I tried to do it live and it cut out audio and messed things up. I'm not seeing any comments, but in the off chance there is someone watching, could you let me know if the audio is working? That'd be great. But yeah, so cut out the audio, messed up the video all over the place. So I thought what I'm going to do is if people want to be on the show, they can record a video at home, them in quarantine, send it to me, and it'd be great if it was one of your recipes, a recipe from your bar, something you want people to see. Or in fairness, you know, if you're just bored out of your mind and you want to help me out, trying to keep other people occupied, then rock and roll. Send me a video. So I'm taking videos. I'm going to play those. I'm going to try to find something that might help you keep your time going, whether it's a PDF download of a book or an online resource. Today it's an online resource. And I'm going to talk about a cocktail, something I'm interested in. I know I lost the internet. We blew a fuse on Saturday. I lost the internet as I was going into a rant about the Manhattan. Well, not the Manhattan, a jockey club. I started with Manhattan, and then I tried to say that I quite like Manhattans with bourbon. But like, what's a bourbon Manhattan? Everyone does it with rye these days. Anyway, moving past that, I'm going to make a drink. Not sure what it is right now. The ice is tempering right now. But to get started, audio is fab. Yay! Axel is stroking the screen. Hey, buddy. Hello, little buddy. All right, cool. So to get started with, I thought I would open with a video that I was sent. I think it's amazing. It's so funny. So I'll drop this music down, and if this works, it should just cut straight into the video. Right, so number 7 and
welcome to Quarantine Cocktails. I'm your host, Chaz. Today we're going to make a classic mojito. What you'll need for that, preferred, will be a light rum, sugar, fresh mint and lime, and some soda water. Being that we are on quarantine, we had to make some substitutions, which many of you may have to. So instead of fresh mint, which we ran out of pretty early on in the quarantine, we're going to be using some spinach, and I'm going to use about 4 or 5 fresh leaves. And to get that mint flavor, I'm going to use some of the Crest Scope Plus Whitening. And according to poison control guidelines, we have to use about half of what we're normally used to brush our teeth. So I'm going to use just a little tip of the spoon there. Let's see if we can get that down. There we go. I'm going to grab my muddler. Just going to lightly press down, try to incorporate, you know, the mint with the spinach. Don't want to make a pesto out of it. It's a delicate herb. All right. Next we'll go with our citrus and our sugar. So we're out of sugar and we don't have any limes, but we still do have some cans of Diet Dew, so I'm gonna just use that. We'll get 2 birds, 1 stone on that. And we're gonna just do about 3/4 of an ounce. Drop that right in. Perfect. And then we'll use our rum, which we actually do have. I'm gonna be using Bacardi Limon today, and we're gonna do 1.5 ounces. Ooh. Take my spoon and I'm just gonna stir that up. Incorporating all of that. And then we need our ice. We don't have any ice either, so luckily we live in Minnesota, so I was able to snag some snow from outside. I hope there's no dog shit in this. Looks to be pretty clean. And then we just need soda water, which I just have regular tap water from the kitchen sink. That'll do. And then I'm just gonna take my spoon one more time. Just kind of incorporate that water with the rest of the mixture. This looks really good. And for garnish, we'll take a nice bunch of fresh spinach. Give it a little clap. I saw them do this on TV. Really releases, wow, really good. We'll just set it right in. There you have it, the quarantine mojito. It's good. It's like watching a sunset in Havana. Cheers.
All right. How funny is that? My favorite part is when he uses the snow in the drink and then says, "I hope there's no dog shit in this." It's so good. Well, that cheered me up. I watched that and laughed my ass off, and then lost the audio. And people I sent it to, I had to send it back. It was a bit of a nightmare, but very entertaining at the end of the day. Right, so I'm going to make myself a drink so that I can sip on the drink when I cut to other videos. Drink I'm going to make today, I'm going to make on a small scale. So I've got these teeny martini glasses. I've also got these ones here, which I bought these from the bartenders at Bar Termini a long time ago, but I don't know if I can still buy them from them anymore for obvious reasons. So now I'm using these ones. Now, I don't know where to buy these. I got these at a vintage shop. So if you know where to get really small, good quality martini glasses, that would be amazing. Preferably not too expensive, because it's my dream to just be able to make half size or 1/3 size cocktails for my guests in the cabin, because they don't buy the drinks here. It's a home bar. And it tends to be the case that I'm just smashing out strong drinks and then, you know, we're wasted and I lose my direction, don't know where I'm at, get distracted real easy. So if anyone knows where I can buy really good quality small glasses and loads of them, it'd be great, because then I can make martinis and, you know, Manhattans and such for my guests when they come into the cabin without getting everybody too smashed. A little bit of portion control. Right, so I'm gonna break up a little bit of ice here. Should have tempered this earlier, but I was so panicky about trying to get ready for the show to try to make the show a little bit better this time. All right. Keep an eye out for the upshot. Yeah, mate. Thanks, Josh. If you do see anything, let me know. Again, if anyone knows where we can find small, I think these things should be way more popular. People should be able to order half-size, 1/3 size, quarter-size drinks. I'd rather go to a bar and get a half-size Manhattan and then a half-size martini and then a half-size gimlet, and you test out, you know, how do they make it? What is their balance like? Try loads of different cocktails without destroying myself. Right. And those of you who've had me come into their bars loads of times, you know, I pretend like they're small cocktails sometimes, get too carried away, and then I end up forgetting the entire evening, which is not a mindful way of drinking, you know? It's not forward-thinking drinking. Right, so, got some ingredients in there. Now, I'm going to make a kind of a Gibson, but I wanted to make it with two products that I've never made a Gibson with before, and we'll see if they work. So first is Two Brothers Gin. This is this gin from Switzerland. I'm pretty sure I got it in Zurich. It was Zurich, yeah. The two guys that own this are like twins, and they're super awesome. I think they're twins. They're brothers. They're definitely two brothers. Right, so I'm going to start with whatever size that is. Oh, and it's purple gin. Like legit purple gin. Crazy. I don't know if you can get it in the UK yet, but it's delicious. I love those guys. They're super sweet. and then I'm going to go for Regal Rogue Lively White. Now, I don't know how well that's going to go, but that's why we're doing it this way. And for some reason, I want to add a dash of bitters. Fuck it, I can do that. Make it fruity and pickly. Right, so a bit of Suze orange, and then I'm going to stir it down. You might notice today I'm using my Eric Lorenz mixing glass. Let me get some music back on. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right, doesn't need too much of a stir because I'm making it super tiny. I don't even know if this is going to fit in the glass. It's just buck wild. The idea of me making quarantine cocktails, like, I'm not going to run out of anything here for a while. I might run out of citrus and stuff like that, but I figure since I don't have your average, you know, poorly stocked home bar, and when I say poorly stocked, I mean compared to this one. I'm not dissing anyone who doesn't bring their work home with them, or someone who's not a bartender and hasn't set up a bar in their house. But I feel almost like a doomsday prepper with the amount of prep I've done to make sure that I've got a bar at home. Unfortunately, of all the times in the world when people really needed to be able to go and have a drink in here, like, or I would have loved to have been able to invite a few friends around here and just weather the storm in the cabin, I can't because we're not allowed to be next to each other. It's kind of a shame, really. All right, so this is my Gibson. All right, Gavin, legend. Hand-blown mini glasses. They're probably going to cost me an arm and a leg, but definitely worth getting a few of them. Oh, this is delicious. It's really clean and kind of has a metallic finish. I'm channeling my how to drink. If anyone hasn't seen that, there's a YouTube channel called How to Drink, and the guy that runs it is amazing. He's like my hero. He's got like 670,000 followers, I think, or maybe 67, somewhere in between those two. I'm not sure, but loads of followers on YouTube, and he puts out videos constantly. I don't know how he has the time, but yeah, really entertaining. And he's not a bartender, which makes it like even better, because he's a dude that just really likes bartending at home and has turned it into a, I think he just does that now. I'm pretty sure he just does that now. But yeah, super cool. Okay. Now, next thing. I wanted to talk about, obviously we've seen the quarantine cocktails. I wanted to talk about something positive in that a friend of mine, Sven Almenning, super legend from Australia. He's actually from Norway, but he lives in Australia. And if you watch this video I'm about to play, you can hear the Australian accent kick in some of the words that he says. You know, he sounds Norwegian and then cuts to Australian sounding. I'm going to put a video of his on. He was the founder of an online training, I guess, website facility called Ananas. Ananas meaning pineapple, symbol of hospitality. And ordinarily, Ananas is, you know, paid for platform, but Sven has made it free for people given their desperate need to be entertained and to come to do something positive with themselves, something constructive. Rather than try to explain it myself, I've loaded up a video, hopefully it plays properly, and I'm going to cut to that now so you can see what Ananas is about from Sven himself. I would try to get him on the show, but it's like Australia and it's probably like 4 a.m. or something in Australia right now. I have no idea. Anyway, cutting to Sven in 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, my name is Sven and I'm the founder of Ananas, and I am super proud to introduce you to our online learning platform. The training content on Ananas is, I believe, second to none. In addition to working with some of the finest industry professionals in the world on creating the content, we have invested heavily into research, photography, design, and video to make sure that the training content on Ananas meets the highest possible educational standards. Each course features 10 to 15,000 words of copy, in addition to numerous infographics and loads of video. At the moment, we have hundreds of videos on the platform, with more being added on a regular basis. What you find in your Ananas training course has been specifically written, designed, and shot for people working in hospitality. Now we keep the information focused on what you need to know to excel at your job. Bam! Sign up!
Hi Dean, thank you for inviting me to your show. For people that don't know...
Alright, I don't know if I accidentally cut Sven off there. I really hope I didn't. But you get the idea. Go check out Ananas, A-N-A-N-A-S, Ananas. You know, which is actually the name given to the pineapple by the Tupi-Guarani tribe from Brazil, the first tribe to ever cultivate the pineapple more than 500 years ago. Just interesting fact. Oh. It's a perfect size. Maybe the onion is a bit big in proportion to this. But that's like 60, is it 60 mil? Let me see. Oh, how good is that? How did I know it was 60 mil? I must have tested that before. I definitely have tested that before. It was sitting in the back of my subconscious. Right, so Sergio Lianza of the Lianza Bonanza and Funky Dory Bar in Peckham, which Funky Dory Bar is awesome. It's my neighborhood bar. It's the closest, I guess, bar where I know the owners and stuff to me. 5 minutes walk from my house. I'm trying to work there every Wednesday. I got sick a couple of weeks ago and then kind of self-quarantined early before we were told to do that. Which means I haven't been there for a while. But my idea was working Wednesdays to try to kind of bring myself back into a hospitality mindset. It's difficult as a consultant. I consult largely for alcohol companies and stuff like that. I'm in here all the time, but I forget to charge people for stuff. And also, I'm so familiar with people. I'm just making them whatever, forgetting about stuff. I wanted to kind of work with him as much as I can to get back into the hospitality kind of mindset, because his is second to none. The guy hosts a room like a champ. So I've asked him very nicely if he could send me a video of him in quarantine. And, you know, he's at home with his, I think, 8-month pregnant girlfriend, Anna. And like 8 months pregnant when the whole apocalypse starts must be scary. But he sent me a video just now. And I've loaded it in. Let's see how it goes, right? Let's hope the audio is good. Sergio, if you're watching, right? Let's do this in bam.
Hi Dean, thank you for having me on your show. I normally hate speaking at a camera, even though I've been working a lot in front of camera for photo shoot and whatever. Talking, I hate it. But we're here for...
All right, I'm testing the audio in here. That wasn't working. I'm gonna go for another one. Let me try again. And bam.
Hi Dean, thank you for inviting me to your show. For people that don't know me, my name is Sergio and I own a cocktail bar in Peckham called Funky Dory with my partner Anna that is here next to me. Doesn't want to be in the shot. Show your face. She doesn't want to.
I'm covered in paint.
So, as many of you, unfortunately, we had to close our bar a few days ago. It is not the best of the situations, but we're gonna have to try and make the most of it at home. Okay, so as you asked me, I created a quarantini Funky Dory style to show to you. So what I took from the bar that I really love is some tequila, okay, coconut liqueur, and one of my favorite juices, celery, okay, also Coco Lopez. Couldn't leave it in the bar. I had to take it with me. So what I'm gonna do let's mix here 40 ml of tequila, okay? And then 20 ml of coconut liqueur. Guys, you can use whatever brand you have at home, whatever you prefer, okay? So 40 tequila, 20 coconut liqueur, yeah. And then I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of liquid gold, aka Coco Lopez. There you go. And then 60 ml of celery juice, and that's 40 and 20 there, right? Okay, all of these is gonna be shaken. Sorry for my hands, but that's my house and I do what I want. There you go. Also gonna quickly thank Yusuf for this beautiful shaker. Love it, bro. We're all gonna be very stressed in this period, so one of the best things that you can do at home is shaking your cocktails like you really mean it to send the stress away, okay? Let's do it. There you go. Really important not to waste anything, so we're not gonna strain it, we're gonna dump straight in the glass, okay? And there you go. I like to drink mine with a straw, and then we kept a little bit of leaves to garnish these, okay? We get more, luckily. Okay, and that's our Quarantini Funky Dory style. We also have, very importantly, our GoFundMe page where you can donate to our bar. All the donation can be redeemed at the bar when we finally gonna open again. So hopefully that's gonna happen soon, and we're gonna have an amazing party all together. So guys, stay safe, please. Stay at home if you can. Thank you, Dean, very much, and have a good night. Cheers.
All right, what a legend. Sergio is one of my favorite people. Sergio and Anna, thank you so much for helping me out. It feels like that worked, right? Just bam, cut across. So anyone, if you guys are stuck at home, you're bored, you don't need a massive camera rig set up like I've got. You just put a video together, send it to me, and promote your bar, what you've got going on. As you've seen there, Sergio has a GoFundMe page to help his bar ticking over. They opened like a year and a bit ago, and it's, you know, there's no big backers there. It's just the two of them funding their own place, and it's only a small place, so it's not like they can take a huge amount of revenue in one night. So good luck, guys. On that note, I have not yet sold my tinfoil hat. So in case you're interested, look, oh, goes on so nicely. It fits really well. Look. And if you're a doomsday prepper, you know, and you're worried about the government reading your brain, mind, I don't know, do you have one if you're a doomsday prepper? Like, buy the hat. I know that on Saturday or Friday when I first launched the hat, it was £500. I am willing to drop the price, right? £498 if you order in the next hour. And all of that money will be going to Sergio's bar. If anyone does buy this, you know, rock and roll, you can wear it into the bar and have a few drinks. That would be cool, right? Sergio will see you wearing the hat and know that you donated £498 to a good cause, right? And he'll say stuff like, what a legend, and then he'll give you a drink out of the £498 that he kind of, you know, has accumulated for drinks in advance, right? Just a thought. Price could go down tomorrow, but, you know, buy it today. As Russell Peters says, do the right thing. You come here today, the price $498. You come here tomorrow, the price go up $500. Okay? Do the right thing. Be a man. Right. Sounds kind of racist, actually, now that I think about that. I just did that off the cuff. But if you look up Russell Peters and that skit, he does that. He's talking about people in Hong Kong trying to sell you stuff. Anyway, whatever. Moving on from that. Right, so we have done most of the stuff that I had planned to do. Other things in other news, to give you an idea of how stressful it actually is to go live and do a show. It's exciting though. I really like this. If I could have guests and we could go live and it could be something in between like a Sunday brunch and a late show, but live with people drinking. Oh, Dean Callan show. That's my dream. That's my dream. Now, to give you an idea of just how terrifying it is to go live for an hour with people, this arrived in the mail today, right? And that's what we've seen first. Look at that. Right? What timing? What's the timing with this? So this, I ordered this after working particularly hard for a couple of months in the lead up to October. Like I was busy, you know, I did a lot of work and then thought I would treat myself. And I bought this in October on a Kickstarter and it just arrived today and I've been waiting for it. It's a backpack. I'm so tempted to like open it and do a cheesy unboxing video, but that's not what I'm about. Anyway, it's a super awesome backpack and I've been waiting for months for this. And if Marco is watching this, yes, Marco, I didn't open it straight away. I didn't get distracted. On the other news, Nintendo Switch also arrived today, and I did get distracted and open that. So if you're a Nintendo Switch player or a PlayStation player, you know, get involved, get in touch. There are a lot of bartenders at the moment who are playing PlayStation. If you're interested, I created a group about 4 or 5 years ago with the mindset that bartenders come home late at night. They're not ready to go to bed, but there's nothing open. And some bartenders, like basically me back in the day before I met Electra and had a baby and all that sort of stuff, like real life stuff, grown up, I used to play PlayStation when I got home. It's nice. You can play PlayStation, easy. You can do stuff. Nowadays, you can chat to people online. So I thought, social, connect bartenders from around the world. Some of them might be about to go to work in America and some of them might have just finished work in the UK, or they could be at any point in time in Australia, Asia, you know, anywhere. Mix them all together. They play together and they can chat about what's going on in the world, talk bartending. So that's site that I created, or the group I created, is on Facebook and it's called Boozy Gamers. A couple of weeks ago there were 200 members or something like that, and right now I might actually be able to show you my desktop with a boozy yeah, okay, let me try this. Add a camera, go to your computer screen, flickety flick, that's it, that's Boozy Gamers right there. So I don't know what you guys can see, but there you go. See, 500 members. So there's a lot of people on there, all getting involved. If you're lonely and you're playing PlayStation or playing Switch or playing whatever kind of device you play, get involved with Boozy Gamers. There's a lot of people on there helping out. I might have started the group, but by no means am a good gamer. So it's of all levels. I'm not going to mention his name, but I had someone say, dude, basically your level of gaming is like children's level of gaming. You're like playing with a young child. I was like, oh, okay. And then I was kind of disheartened about going into raids on Destiny. But if you're interested in going on raid in Destiny, then speak to Ash. He's in Boozy Gamers and he knows everything about Destiny. The guy is crazy good at Destiny stuff. Right, moving on from that, I'm going to make one more drink before I kind of run out of steam. It's very tiring regarding the cap. Cool idea, told last night, begins with a P. What's the cool idea that you come up with last night begins with a P? What is, Electra. You're so good. All right, I forgot all about this. which makes it difficult to execute. But I had a thought, right? Okay, let's have a look. I had a thought. You know, for anyone that's been to the Savoy American bar, right? When you go to the American bar, a few menus ago, you would get this, like, it's not a napkin and it's not a coaster. It's kind of a thing that goes under your drink. You put your drink on it and it goes under, and it had a mirror and little handles. And then the next menu, I think it was, there were like different ones depended on which element the drink came from in the menu. The most recent menu, I think it was a songbook one. You know, you get like, it's not a coaster. But no one had ever given me a name for it. So I kind of thought to myself last night, right? What if serving a drink, so you're serving a drink. Here you go. Well, actually, let me see what we would do. So if I were to serve a dram of Balvenie, right? You might have already noticed I love Balvenie. I take my glass, I have my nice glass, right? This particular one is a waterford crystal glass. It's like from the Mixology series, 1 of 4, super amazing. The last one I have left. Right, so I pick my dram. What am I going to have today? I might have the 17-year-old Sherry Oak, right? So I pour myself a dram Sherry Oak. And then, if I put that straight on a bar, I'm just serving a glass to someone, right? But if I put a napkin under it, then I've got a glass with a napkin. Now, if I was, for example, to serve it to Marco, right? See, that's not a napkin. It's kind of still a napkin, but it would be like you're putting your drink on a plinth. You know, it's not a napkin and it's not a coaster. Now, if you go scaling that up, this is like a plinth that was made by the guy that makes the boxes for the 50-year-old Balvenie. Now, the 50-year-old Balvenie, they take 50 different pieces of wood, beautiful different pieces of wood, with all different types of colors of grain and everything, and then they compress them together, and like they cut out this box that slides over the top of the 50-year-old. But obviously the 50-year-old's like 25,000 pounds. Now, if I were to serve this outside of this bar, but let's say the Connaught, for example, you know, you're paying good money for a drink at the Connaught. So the plinth might be that, right? Or if we were to go further, and you've seen it, you've all seen it, the little kind of gardens around the outside with like moss on them, and like you could have a little Japanese temple and a little Japanese rock garden and have a little tiny pump under here, and you turn it on and the pump pumps liquid up, and there's a little waterfall cascading down, and then you bring it close to you, and the plinth is designed to be up here, so you're like, oh, fresh mossy flavors, right? Plinthing. So, you know, it's not a thing, plinthing, but if we could make it a thing, that'd be super awesome, because it would have started here, or at least the name, right? Give something a name. We now know, or I know, I'm going to call it plinthing for the rest of my life. Oh, you plinth that drink? Look at the plinth. Oh, that's a pimp plinth. This was a nice plinth, but then this is like more on brand, because it's Balvenie, right? Moving on. How cheesy was that? What are you playing on the Switch? So far, the only thing I've got on Switch is Mario Kart. I only just got it, so. Oh, damn, that tastes good. Oh, so good. Right, so let's have a look. Oh, thanks, Vincent. Love it. Regarding the cap, the Phil magazine. All right, I'll have a look at that later on. So, tasted this. Next drink. What was I going to do? I'll show you what I was going to do. So this is one of my favorite drinks. Requires ice. And again, the ice I got from the London Ice Studio. Carlos, I can, if you ask me, I don't have it right now, but I can put a link on the Facebook page. Oh, track. Right, so this is one of my favorite things to drink. Really simple. Just a nice orange wheel. Jumpers cup, sweet Mary Jane. All right, put this one in here. The end. Right, so we got a nice orange wheel. I like an orange wheel. I like the fruitiness that it adds to it. A twist is great. I love a twist, but the twist is just for aroma. The oil's actually quite bitter. I like the fruitiness that putting a whole wheel adds. Now, this. For those of you who have never heard of Seckford's, Seckford's is a brilliant mixer. They're like 2 or 4% sugar. 4.2% sugar, right? So it's really low sugar, and it's a kind of sparkling mineral water with little bits of flavors added to it. And this one is designed specifically to go with whiskey, which makes it taste great with whiskey. So, I'm gonna put a bit of Smoky Monkey. Right. I'm gonna start, because it's a home bar, so we don't have a stock take. And this helps it mix evenly. All right. Ooh. It tastes like magic. Right, so any interactions on here? No idea. I thought I would keep this relatively short, just try to get through it without messing up the audio and destroying the whole thing. I'm assuming because of the music on this, the audio is going to get cut by Facebook at some point. But I wanted to end with some positivity, right? So to end with positivity, I've got one of my favorite videos. Whenever I feel down and stressed out, I put this video on. Okay, so enjoy.
Oh, thank you. You're so fast, Mama.
Where are you going? Wait for Daddy.
Strong.
Did you spit it?
No, I didn't get there.
It's worth it. It's too fun.
아이고 잘한다. 멀리도. 아이고.
Clean them floors, get it done. And you get them dishes washed there.
Yeah, can I? Hey, buddy. See that? That's helpful babies. Look how helpful they are, bloody. Woo, look at how helpful the babies are. Oh, you can see me. Ooh. Oh, my little buddy.
That on the carpet.
Hey, buddy.
You're washing the
Can you do
chairs.
this? Can you-
I'm washing myself.
Oh, and you're washing yourself too.
Putting them in the cup and they just keep falling back out. Look.
Alright. You ready, buddy?
I'm a bear.
Speaking of helpful babies, Axel, say hello. 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 Look. Hello. How you doing, buddy? So this is Axel, or Axel Callan, which is AC. Me being Dean Callan makes it AC/DC, but him on his own, his full name is Axel Carlo Derek Callan, or AC/DC. How cool is that? He's the coolest baby ever. Aren't you, little buddy? Right, what are we going to make for people? Do you want to make a tiny teeny martini? Can you do that, buddy? Where's your mini shaker? Oh, there it is. Ooh, what's that? You can do it, you can do it. Don't shake the baby, don't shake the baby. All right, thank you for tuning in. And I'll do my best to be informative and somewhat entertaining when we come back to this tomorrow. Awesome. Bye-bye.